Hi everybody, I wanted to take a minute to show you what happens with a Crumrine strap, because I've had a million of these and maybe explain why my hands hurt so much all the time. So this is the Crumrine strap nearing completion stage. So I've got the snaps on there. The edge has not been done yet, but that's not overly difficult. It's got that, it's one of these things, it's brown, right? So in lighter lights it looks really like light brown, reddish color, and in darker lights it looks almost black. So I'm not sure what's coming across as there, but anyway. What I do on the edges of these things is something called saddle stitching. So when I'm prepping the strap, you can see here there's a line of holes that have been punched. Just like the original, the back is veg tan, the front is veg tan. And what I do before I punch them is I draw a line all the way around. It's a groove, actually. It goes all the way around. So the stitches kind of down inside. And then before I dye it, I punch. Sorry, my kids are running around. Owen, could you be quiet, please, buddy? Stop what you're doing. You punch holes all the way along here with the stitching punch, and then after you're done dyeing it and treating it, you do what's called saddle stitching. So you start with a really long piece of, this is a special leather waxed thread. You couldn't pull that apart to save your life. It's really strong. You have a needle at both ends, and then it meets, like this is one solid piece. Now it's through the belt at the moment, but I make them really, really long. And then basically what you do is, this is the front of the belt, this is the back. You punch it in through the front. Okay, and then you punch it out through the back, and you punch it in through the front, and you punch it out through the, where the hell is it, back. And you do that several hundred times, oh, maybe even 1,000 times per belt. You're basically fishing it back and forth, back and forth. Now on a replica strap where the back is that garment leather, it's black, which is average, the stitching is decorative, so it's only through that front layer, right? Difference between that and the Crumrine is the original Crumrine and the ones that I do, it's functional stitching. So you not only do you have the groove, but you have that layer of stitching holding this front and back layer of leather together. So it actually holds the belt together. And once you've gotten this stuff in your, I mean, you know, Hulk Hogan on roids couldn't pull that stitching out of there. This stuff is super, super strong. It's actually meant for saddle makers. So if you are buying a Crumrine from me, and I've done a lot of them now, that's essentially what you're getting. You get the veg tan front and back, but I get guys ask me about the whole stitching procedure and what I do. It's basically like a back and forth, and you start into the front. You also get, if you're been doing it a while, you see how it's kind of like symmetrical, how they're all kind of angled that way just slightly. I'm not sure if that's coming across. It creates a nice sort of symmetry around the edge there. The back is not always the case. It's not always perfect because you don't have the stitch groove back there, but that way on the front you get that really nice symmetrical stitch when you do it, where you put it in the front first and then through the back above the stitch where you did before, and all the way around the, you know, these things are usually about 55 to 60 inches long depending on the height I have. So yeah, it's the better part of a good afternoon right there stitching that thing. Anyway, that's how I do the saddle stitching for the Crumrine belts. Thought I'd post a video. Thank you to my wife for filming, and thank you for watching.